Cunha. I'm one of the Divine Channels and worldwide representatives here at Master Sha Tao Healing Center in San Francisco. We are delighted that you are joining us tonight for Soul, Mind, Body, Science System, the grand unification of science, spirituality, and love with Dr. and Master Rulin Shu. We have been having a wonderful week. Master and Dr. Rulin Shu has been here doing book signings all around the Bay Area. And many of us have had the privilege of being at every one. And I'll tell you, I am learning so much. It's going deeper and deeper every time. And I'm getting so much out of it. I'm lucky to have been exposed to some of quantum physics before, to some of the concepts and some of the ideas and principles. And boy, what I'm learning this week is just taking it to a whole nother level. And what I'm seeing in it really is the possibility of just complete freedom and ease in my life. That when you apply these principles, it just makes everything easy because you're working in harmony with nature, in harmony with who we really are. So we're very delighted to be hosting Master Rulin. And the workshop is actually tomorrow from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m., tomorrow and Sunday. You can participate in that by webcast or teleconference, or you can participate in person. All of the registration information is on the bottom left-hand corner of the drsha.com homepage. So it's really easy to find. You just go to drsha.com, go to the bottom left-hand corner, and you can register for the workshop. You don't want to miss this. I was saying to one of the groups on Wednesday night, how many times in your life are you going to have the chance to learn from a quantum physicist who's known, or whose work is known around the world, who is also a Tao master? That's so unique. That is such an unusual combination. And so what we can gain from being with Master Rulin is just amazing. She is a Berkeley-trained PhD theoretical physicist. She did her postgraduate work in Houston and at Harvard University. She went on to become a multi-million-dollar entrepreneur by applying the wisdom to her life, and then went back to science and through spirituality, through her work with Master Sha, was able to actually unlock some of the secrets that had been eluding her in her scientific study. And she's shared them all with us. She and Master Sha have shared them with us in Soul, Mind, Body, Science System, and in her new book to come, Tao Science. So please give a very warm welcome to Dr. and Master Rulin Shu. Yay!
Hello, everyone. I'm so excited to be here and share with you and about this amazing, amazing topic, bringing science, spirituality, and love together. This is like a dream come true for not only for me, and I think for all of us and for humanity. If we can really bring this together for ourselves, and this is the highest blessing you can ever bring to your life and for humanity and for all souls. So I will start with, what is science? Why we want to bring science to spirituality or to love. We all know, a lot of, people here will really want to uplift ourselves to the highest level spiritually. But so why you want to learn science? Why you should be even interested in science? Not just because I'm a scientist, I want to promote this. I want to show you why science can help you. In fact, so what is science? Science, we normally talk about is natural science. The natural science is, founded about 300 years ago with the scientific revolution. And it is basically use quantitative method to study, like mathematics, to study repeatable experiment. So because of this scientific method, science can repeat things. For example, I can follow an instruction in science and build an airplane. And this airplane, if everything goes right, it will work day after day after day. Right? It does not depend on how I feel, right? This plane is going to work if it's just, all the, parts is working. So that's why science is so powerful. It brings, electricity to us, and it brings very advanced medical imaging systems. It takes people to the moons, and have satellites and rockets and the internet, so we can all fly. Science has been changing all our lives, all humanity's lives. Science had taken humanity to a level beyond comprehension. With the internet, we can talk to anybody on Mother Earth, right? In the past, only few advanced masters, when they developed a very advanced third eye and a very advanced awareness, then they can communicate with all beings, right? And the Buddha can aware of everybody's thoughts. And Guan Yin can hear everybody's crying, calling her name or his name for help. But this kind of master in the whole history, there are only, a limited few. Most people on Mother Earth cannot reach that level. So science can help everybody to communicate on Mother Earth, through the internet almost instantly. So that's the power of science. Science can give an instruction, very clear instruction to everybody, no matter who you are. If you follow that instruction, then you can reach the desired results, no matter who you are. So that's the power of science. So if we really understand spirituality as a science, then we can empower everyone to become Buddha, become Guan Yin, become Jesus. Jesus can walk on the water, and he can make bread out of the air, right? We know, can we, study the science of this? Of course, this kind of science has been for a long time. Many people want to understand this scientifically. And can we, at this moment, understand them? And I have good news for you. With Master Sha's blessing, and this science really, really coming together, and it's even more beautiful than we can all imagine. And it's really take humanity to the next level. And it's really going to empower everyone to become, have the tools and the method to become Jesus, Buddha, and Guan Yin, and more, and all the Taoist saints. The Taoist saints lately have been, they have been coming to me, immortals. And they're actually, in Chinese history, just recorded Taoist saints, they have reached immortality. In the written records in Chinese history, there are more than 1,000 of them. And they were able to change their body and fly away. And they were able to transform their body into any form. So they have coming to me recently. They said, they have been teaching me their method. They said, we want you to learn this, and we want to explain and teach other people and explain this scientifically so you can teach other people. And to tell them, this is possible. Everybody can reach this. They said, they told me, the reason you cannot reach this because a lot of people, they don't trust they can reach that. Because you normally you don't meet an immortal, right? You don't meet on the street, you always handshake with an immortal. Because normally they don't live like a human life. They kind of lost desire to live like human life. And also, they will not tell you, even they show up on the street, they will not tell you they're immortal. Because if you don't believe, then, it's just, give you more negative karma. That's the last thing they want to do, right? So they want to help you. They don't want to cause you more confusion, get more doubts, argumentary, or even angry, thinking somebody is lying to you, because the consciousness is a completely different level. And so they tell me, this, the immortal, everybody can reach it. It's really actually a science. And this science, and they want to bring to humanity. Together with, soul mind body science system and the Tao science, this is a book that I think they're showing up right now for me because they want me to write them into the Tao science book. So that is why you want to, the power of the science, why the science is very important. Another reason why we should be interested in science is because, now science has played a very important role in our society. So many people, in the schools, most population, that's their education. So that is a way more language most people can understand. So for us to enlighten humanity, this is language, and this is right now humanity, how they think. This is how we can help them. We have to help them at that level, And so we need to use this kind of language to teach people to reach higher consciousness. And because the goal, like we will reveal in soul mind body science system, we are coming to, also Master Sha is teaching us, we are at the new era. This era is for everybody to step into divine. And that is our mission. That is our task. So if you cannot explain, this Master Sha's mission and his power and his wisdom using the language other people can understand, we cannot fulfill our task. We cannot serve most of humanity. And we cannot help most humanity to raise their vibration and raise their consciousness and to divine Tao. So for all the Master Sha students, all the Master Sha's followers, and we all need to learn this. And Master Sha has given me so much blessing. Sometimes Master Sincere said, I got the most blessing. Not because I'm special, actually because my karma is so heavy. And because this task is so important also. Because humanity really needs this. Because everybody needs this. We need to bring this to humanity. And for us to bring this to humanity, we all need to learn this. And then we all need to learn this, and so that we can explain the highest Master Sha's wisdom to humanity. And I have been go to several international conferences. It was actually amazing when I speak this kind of language. I go to all the conferences, talk about Master Sha's wisdom. Everybody invited me to come. It was like amazing, whether it's medical, advanced medical conference, or physics conference, or a religious conference. They all invite me. So that shows the power of this language. If you can really learn this language, you can go anywhere and teach Master Sha's wisdom. Because a lot of us were like afraid, a lot of students really afraid to talk about it. We don't know whether they believe it. But if you can really talk about this is actually science, there's really, for me, it's not even about believe or not. This is science, is truth. This is a, fundamental existence. This is even no question about believe or not. You study quantum physics, whether you believe or not exists, and you need to learn, So, and it can be applied, and you will make things happen if you apply them. So this is why we need to learn about science. Oh, yes. Okay. They were telling me I should use black mark. Okay. Thank you. So science, right now the natural science studies the matter and study the energy. And so what is spirituality? So spirituality studies how our soul, like spirit, it's also some people call it a spirit, and our heart, and our mind, some people always call it also consciousness. How, our consciousness and soul, heart, and mind affects our life. Affects our existence. So right now, science only study, matter and energy. They can hardly touch this realm. And spirituality study the soul, heart, and mind, and study how soul, heart, mind affects matter and energy. And right now, these two realms is very separated. And, there's not, we don't know how to use the soul, heart, and mind to define matter and, energy. And the science also have hard time to study the soul, heart, and mind using matter and energy. So this, many people right now, actually, it is a very hot topic. Many millions of people are very, very, have the desire to really bring this two, separate system back into one. And I realized when I was, doing the soul, mind, body science, and I realized how important it is to bring this together. And also when I'm working on the soul, mind, body science system, and the divine also tell me, the science has to be unified with love as well. If it's not unified with love, it's not balanced. So I want to share with you my journey, how to, which we're very fortunate to have the soul, mind, body science system, because soul, mind, body science system really brings these three aspects together in the most beautiful way. And so I'm going to share with you some of my journey. It was very interesting, and as my journey reflects all these three aspects so beautifully, it's really actually my life journey is about how to bring this three aspects together, and then I truly enjoy very, very profound joy, abundance, and love, and also amazing spiritual growth. So some of you know my story very well, and so I got a PhD in UC Berkeley, which is very wonderful this time to come back to my old neighborhood and even see some of my old friends. And it was very interesting, when I come back, I start, the old memory come back. I was in a grad school. It was wonderful years, having so much fun in Berkeley, which is an amazing school. And I think of those times about, when I was in Berkeley, I really, actually when I was in the college, I started out really think about I need to, actually, I got a message, very, very clear message. It was like, even though at that time I don't think my spiritual channel is open, but it was a very clear message. I need to come up with a solution for grand unification theory. Grand unification theory right now, most people call it a gut. And so grand unification theory is to use one mathematical formula to explain and describe everyone and everything in the whole cosmos. So that is a very ambitious, in the past, about more than 100 years, some of the most brilliant scientists has been working on this problem. And I realized the reason I was determined, it was so, when I realized this, my task in this lifetime is to find the grand unification theory, I would just devote all my life into it. And I literally gave up everything, including my professor's homework. I just this is the problem I need to working on. I did not follow my professors, what they are teaching me, because I kind of sense I have to find another route. And so I was working really hard in the college, study Einstein's book, all the top scientists there, how they find a solution for everything, and the most advanced philosophies and everything, and trying to come up with a solution for this. And also at that time, and so I come to UC Berkeley and continued this work, and using this some of the most advanced mathematics to work on this problem. So we have made some progress in this field, and the solution is quite beautiful, very beautiful up to a certain point. And but ultimately, for me, it was not solving the ultimate problem. It's not really helped me to understand where everything comes from, what everyone is made of, and it did not really solve the ultimate problem. It looks like a beautiful mathematical model, but it did not really answer the most profound question. And I realized, the reason I'm so devoted to find this is actually my way to connect with the source, to understand the source, to be connected to the divine and Tao. And so that's my journey. So I worked on this really hard, and when my work was very well received, but I was very frustrated because I could not find the good answer. And it was not just me, most people in the field, actually, everybody in the field, our field was not be able to make enough progress for me to see the hope to really find the solution. So I started a business, actually making natural remedies, and I was collecting herbs when I was 6 years old. So the herbs and Chinese medicine is something I was just it was natural to me, and I can make up remedies just off the head, or just it's just leave me on the empty field. I can make up a remedy just from the field for you, and I was just the herbs just talk to me, and I just pick up them and make something I can heal people, and. So and then I moved to Hawaii to set up a factory to manufacture Hawaiian herbs, and very successful. And by that time, I was also very, my life was in a point, I live in this beautiful Hawaii, and I still, all these years, my life seems all very smooth, but deep in my heart, I feel this emptiness. And also, I have a hard time to open my heart to love people or receive people's love. And so that is what happened. And then there's one thing happened to me that really changed everything. So I was, my friend invited me to a spiritual gathering. In this spiritual gathering, I had an amazing awakening. divine appeared to me. And he had me experience this whole universe, everything in the whole universe is his love for me. So in that, so I was just, feeling, the air, the light, the trees, the ocean, stars, the galaxies, all his love for me. And I was like, I was infinitely, endlessly, unconditionally, unlimitedly loved. When I really experienced that, that is a turning point for my life. When I really experienced that, and I started to live like that, live in that love, and like every moment when I remember I would wake up and just feeling the divine's love and feeling everything in this world is divine's love. When I start to just feeling like I live like that, and everything I think will just manifest. And the life just become like infinite joy. And in my business and in my personal life, it just like become pure magical. Like my friend, I was now thinking about those friends I have. I have like some of my girlfriends. One girlfriend, they were married to, married partner with some of the most wealthiest men in the world, and another one is like with a boyfriend with the king of the world. It was like, and I have like a friend like it's so magical, like appear in my life, and they were all like, we just like have amazing adventures together, and some of my friends are so beautiful, and some are so wealthy, some are so smart, so loving. Some of them like have all of those qualities. And some is very famous, and it's just like I truly live a life like magical. And then my business is really like an idea comes, it just appears. And then I start, and I truly experience like everything I think like occurred to me can manifest almost instantly without any effort. And so that kind of wisdom some of wisdom is divine gift to me and recorded in this book, and Divine Love book. So when I start to, and then, then I suddenly actually started to lose the interest in the physical realm, because everything you want can manifest almost instantly. It's really like you lost interest to manifest them. You realize, why you even bother. And I started to actually really starting to pursue the spiritual growth. And this, living in Hawaii, we are like in such amazing spiritual realm. The land is so powerful. The land speaks to you. The land is so powerful. And the Hawaiian spiritual tradition is truly, truly very, very beautiful. And I'm just very grateful to the Hawaiian land. And a lot of my friends, two of my girlfriends are powerful kahunas and have other kahunas. I've been talking with them. And and then they were highly recommended me to meet with Master Sha. And in fact, one of my girlfriends invited me to have tea. And then she would and then during that time, she talked about Master Sha nonstop for 4 hours. And so by the end of the 4 hours, I realized, okay, I'm going to study Master Sha. And I was so lucky, and very soon I met Master Sha. He actually came to my neighborhood and attended his workshop for 1 day. So by the end of the day, like most of you probably have experienced, I become his devoted student. And I feel very, 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 very blessed to be his student. And really, that is actually one of the most important steps I have ever taken to find the grand unification theory. And so, a lot of you has been Master Sha student, have experience with him, how his wisdom is so profound and then expressed so in such a simple way. Sometimes it's so simple we don't appreciate it. Yes, and so that's why maybe we need a science to make it more complicated. So we'll appreciate it more. No, the science is going to be very easy, so everybody can understand it as well. So you just have gain a different perspective, so you can understand it a little bit deeper, in a different perspective, and so you will know how his wisdom really works in a scientific way. Because our brain right now, most people's brain is already humanity, because of humanity karma now. We the scientific language can help us to understand a lot of wisdom in a way we can really understand it at a deeper level. And, like nowadays, we can read Buddha's work. Buddha's work Buddha has 84,000 different methods to reach Buddhahood. And actually, today I just read one message. They said Buddha has one way to reach Buddhahood in 7 days. But that method is lost. It was very interesting. But so those 84,000 volumes of books, and a lot of them is many, many books for each method. And even nowadays, a lot of people, we can all read them, but truly understand them and reach Buddhahood, it takes long, long time. Partly because our consciousness in the level, we cannot understand it. Even we can, by words, we can read it. It seems like we're understanding it, but we're not really understand it. Without understanding it, you cannot reach enlightenment. So that's why actually Buddha, when Master Sha, actually, let me just continue this story. So in one of the workshops, I had a suddenly aha moment. Master Sha's, after I become Master students, I almost go to all his workshops. I pretty much went to all his workshops. If it's not in person, I will definitely by webcast. And so in one of those workshops, actually I was present with him. I think all my actually breakthroughs pretty much in Master Sha's workshop. And I realized the best way to do scientific research is in Master Sha's workshop. Truly, because his field is so strong, he just opened up all the channels so that the breakthrough can make it happen. So in one of the workshops, at that time I already, gave up physics, very happily gave up and don't have to worry about it, all the problems I have to solve. And then suddenly I got this aha moment, the soul. Master Sha always talk about soul, and I realized the soul we have quantum physics as mathematics. Soul can be calculated in quantum physics. And so I was like, wow, very excited by that insight. Because Master Sha said, okay, the soul is a light beam. So for a long time, I tried to decide, trying to understand what that means in terms of quantum physics. And then the insight comes to me that day is that actually soul is not only can be explained by quantum physics, it actually can be even calculated by quantum physics. As we said, to be calculated, which is really, really important. Because calculation, mathematics basically the language of our mind and our action. So if we can mathematically calculate the soul, that means we know how to transform our soul. And we know for sure, it's like we can we can build an airplane if we know the mathematics. And the same way with the soul, if we know the mathematics, how to calculate soul, then we know how to advance our soul very quickly and have a guaranteed method to advance our soul and develop our soul to a higher and higher level. And it's guaranteed results. So it takes the faith, it takes the guesswork out of the equation. It is guaranteed. Everybody can do it if you just follow the method. So that means like whole humanity, we all can uplift our soul to a higher level. So that insight really was like breakthrough. And when I was so excited, and so I told Master Sha about it, and he immediately saw the importance of it. Even without me mentioning, I said, wow, the soul can be calculated with the quantum physics. He immediately, of course, Master Sha knows everything. And so he immediately knows the importance. And what he did, he organized a huge soul, mind, body science committee. And this committee, Soul, Mind, Body Science System Committee, and this committee, he have amazing high-level Buddhas and Taoist saints, holy beings, and the most advanced all the scientists, the top scientists over the whole history, and have them to join this committee. And so this committee, and also Master Sha gave me, cleared my karma, cleared science karma and spirituality karma, so that the new science that combines science spirituality can be created. We all know how much karma, science have and spirituality have. To bring them together is so difficult. Basically, many people talk about it, but the very people is able to achieve the unification of these two realms. We know, Dalai Lama has organized many conferences. He has, gathered many top scientists to discuss about this. And I look at, their conference, the results, and I have to say they have not made much progress. The dialogue is still, the scientists still talking about what they're talking about. And, Dalai Lama is talking what he's talking about. The unification was still much to be desired. So because of huge karma for humanity to bring these two together. So, and I think, when the science first founded, the church burned some scientists. And of course, scientists was not very kind to spirituality either, and they even doubt the existence of God, and the existence of a spirit. Seriously, the scientists, they don't think the spirit exists. So that is how severe this problem is. And that's why humanity right now suffers so much. We have so much pollutions with science become more and more powerful. The nuclear weapons, biological weapons, chemical weapons, and they can, some of those weapons, they can literally wipe out humanity in a few seconds. So the science without heart and soul and a mind, it can be so dangerous. It can really wipe out humanity. And that's part of the reason we have so much environmental pollutions and the pollutions in our own soul, heart, and mind. And all, there's so many people are suffering so deeply. because our own soul, heart, and mind, and the body, energy and body is very separated because of humanity karma. Even maybe ourselves don't have this karma. I think we all have. But even we ourselves don't have, but humanity karma automatically separate us. And it causes a lot of very deep pains and also limits our own growth. So Master Sha, he knows how important this task is. And he basically put so much blessings and into huge karma cleansing. When he did the karma cleansing so that this science can be born, I saw this huge dark clouds was leaving. I never seen such a huge dark clouds before. That was huge. Before that, actually, I don't see much darkness, and that one was like so huge. The darkness was so huge and left. And so that soul mind body science system can be created. And this science really, really is going to uplift each one of us and all humanity to the next level. And so when I'm working on this, of course, Master Sha also write me a calligraphy, soul mind body science. So I every day bow down to the committee. I ask them to guide me. And so working on this science really is my highest blessing and the highest honor. And I truly cannot thank Master Sha, thank Divine and Tao and the committees enough. And it's also, as I will share with you, it's also a way for me to pay back my karma. And so when I work on this, so many Buddhas, first thing is actually a lot of Buddhas showing up for me. They really teach me how to understand their wisdom, their profound, deep wisdom, how to understand quantum physics using their profound wisdom. And some of you may know, and this week I have shared a lot about, the controversies about quantum physics and how to understand quantum physics. Actually, even until now, most physicists, they do not understand quantum physics. And this is not just my statement. I shared with people here, the top scientists. They literally that's what they think. That's what literally they say. The Feynman said, he said, I can honestly say nobody, understand quantum physics, and he's right, because before I met Master Sha, before we founded the soul mind body science system, I can honestly say I don't understand quantum physics either. And so this soul mind body science system provide a way to understand quantum physics in the most simplest way. And it's so simple, everybody, if you learn this, everybody can understand quantum physics. And actually, when I was in Berlin, some people, I shared some, this summer, I shared a little bit about soul mind body science system there. And so they were telling me I should write children's book so that the children can understand it. That is how easy it is. So it's very, very easy, and the importance of to understand this is beyond words. And so the Buddha, because when you start to understand this, then you can understand Buddha's wisdom, Taoist wisdom, and other very profound spiritual wisdom in an amazing, amazing way. Very simple way, but really going to uplift your life to the next level. And also with this soul mind body science system, I was able to come up with a solution for the grand unification theory. That is our next book about how the whole universe is created. From the emptiness. Buddha teaches us, everything is the emptiness. And our physical realm we're experiencing is just an illusion. So how that happens, if we just hear about this, right? Nobody's going to, that Buddha said when he first started to teach his deep realization, Buddha, Buddha, some of you, I shared on Tuesday, Buddha is a prince. And when he was about 29 years old, he gave up his palace and his family, and he went on a spiritual journey. And he followed several teachers, and he went through very severe purification. Like, for example, he would limit his food intake to 1 nut or 1 leaf a day. And once he was taking a bath in a river, he was so weak, he almost drowned himself. And he realized, those kind of extreme purification is not the best way to reach the final enlightenment. So he left his teachers and some of his, fellow spiritual seekers, and he decided he can follow a different way. He called it the middle way, not too extreme. And so what he did is he find the meditation is a very good way to have very clear and joy, and a clear mind and a joy. And he was able to gaining some deep insight. And then so one day, he sit down a banyan tree, and he said, he made a vow. He said, if I don't come up with the deepest, to come up with the final realization of the cause of all suffering and the method to release all suffering, I'm not going to get up again. So he meditated for 49 days. By the end of 49 days, he finally realized the ultimate truth about the cause of the all suffering and the way to release all suffering. So Buddha has, after that he was called Buddha. Buddha basically means the one who has reached the final realization of the ultimate truth. To know the wisdom is so important, because if you don't know the ultimate truth, it's so easy to make mistake. No matter how much you want to do good things and how hard you work, you could be actually accumulating more and more karma, negative karma. Because if you live in the illusion, you can never get out of it. So Buddha has come into me and really trying to help me to understand his profound wisdom. It was very, very beautiful for me to see, and Buddha's wisdom is mathematically explained in so mind-body science and Tao science. That's like gives me the deepest joy. That gives me the deepest joy. I remember Buddha's relica actually come to Hilo. They bring Buddha's relica to Hilo, so I went there to see Buddha's relic. And as soon as we get to the inside the room, we all start to cry. His love just so overwhelming. Even just his relic, it was like amazing. And we all started to cry, and I stayed in that room whole day. And next morning, as soon as I get up, I went there, stayed all day. And he taught me so much, and he told me I need to spread his wisdom. So I'm very, very, very glad. One day I'm going to use soul mind body science system to spread his wisdom, and Tao science spread his wisdom. And he really give me it is amazing. And it was very interesting, how this whole universe, we actually, through our own thoughts is created, this illusion, which is really astonishing. We can actually have formulas showing how this all created, which is really wonderful because we know how they're created. That means if we change how we think and behave, we can create another universe. Or we can go out of this illusion and go to a higher level. So humanity finally are able to become a true creator in some sort, not the final creator, but at least we know how we create this, this whole universe, and how our own illusion create the whole universe. It was very, very profound. I'm still not ready to share this with you yet. That would be like a Tao science. But the soul, mind, body science is a foundation for us to study the Tao science. And actually, if you really understand soul, mind, body science system, then you will be able to understand what are you made of, and what is your highest power at this moment, at this in this world we create. And then Tao science is about how to go beyond this world and to go back to the source. And so this is a Tao science. We can really know how to go back to the Tao. How this world is created by all of us, and then how we can go back to the source. Or just become the Tao and create anything you want, at the will. Because right now, all our frustration is, we think of something and, our reality somehow always just, somehow we feel the limitation. Yeah, we think of something, it seems like you have to take a million steps to get what we really needed. And we all desire, we know, our soul and heart knows we're more powerful than that, So the soul, mind, body science is going to teach you how you become the magical manifester, to manifest anything you ever want. So that is what soul, mind, body science is going to teach you. So let me give you an overview about soul, mind, body science. So what soul, mind, body science is really about. So soul, mind, body science system is a scientific system that combines the profound spiritual wisdom with the quantum physics. Quantum physics is what right now is the most advanced, most fundamental science. So quantum physics studies what everyone and everything is made of at the highest level, at the deepest level. So quantum physics is right now the most fundamental science that can explain everyone and everything at the deepest level. So quantum physics tells us that everyone and everything is a vibrational field. I'm still thinking about Buddha. it was amazing. So, some of you have an opportunity really trying to visit his replica. They have a replica tour, Buddha's replica tour, I think organized actually by Dalai Lama. They collected some of the Buddha's replica from the whole world, and they travel around. Everybody can go to visit them.
Relic.
Yeah, relic. Mm-hmm. So Buddha's relic, basically, they when he died, they burned him body, and then after they burned him, his what came out is not ash; it's actually crystal. And so this crystal has been go over all, be taken by the followers to all over the world. I think Dalai Lama collected some of them and then made a tour around the world, and you can go to see. It's very, very amazing. Very powerful. So, so because Buddha's relic, carries Buddha's vibrational field. So quantum physics says that everyone and everything is a vibrational field. So we might think we look at our body, or look at everything. The chair is solid, but the quantum physics, when you study it and they look deeper and deeper into everything, they find that nothing is solid. Everything is actually a vibrational field. Vibrational field means a field, basically something extends over space and time. Like a field of grass, right? A field of flowers. So you extend it over certain space and time. And in contrast, particle is something like with very finite, finite size. A field is like extended. And so quantum physics said everybody is, so what is vibration? Vibration is something, oscillates periodically. Like in the ocean, they have all kinds of vibrations oscillating, up and down and up down. So there's tall vibrations and the short vibrations, and there's long vibrations, and there's fast vibrations. So there are different vibrations. So the frequency basically tells us how fast this vibration oscillates, and the wavelength shows how long this vibration is. So this is like called the wavelength. We usually use lambda. Lambda is the wavelength. So vibrational field is not something very solid. They're constantly moving, and it's extended over all space and time. Like, the light existing in all this room. You cannot tell where this light is. It's actually existing in this whole room. Okay? And that's why, actually, that's why, there's very advanced spiritual beings. They can disappear. They can maybe travel through this wall. So all they do, actually, they make their body into this vibrational field, because our body, actually, this body, is what we manifested. But then, if through our limited way of thinking. We're all attached to our body, right? We always think about our body, beautiful, not beautiful, my skin good. We're all attached to this body for millions of years, probably, for humanity. And that's why we manifest this solid body. Through the spiritual practice, you can gain, if you let go of those attachments and limited way of thinking, you can manifest anything. You can let your body disappear, go back to this very vibrational field, and then you can appear in another planet instantly, and appear there, it's all possible. Quantum physics tells us that. So vibrational field is basically is existing of space-time. So for quantum physics, they will, the experiments, they will have a detector. Detector is to detect this vibrational field and see where this vibrational field is. And then what do they find out? So detector is basically absorb the vibrational field, and then this is some machine, right? And then after it absorbs the vibrational field, and then it will it will show some change. For example, camera. Camera is a detector, right? It absorbs the light and show the image. And so there's different cameras, like MRI can absorb, or X-ray machines can absorb the X-rays, or infrared, machines, they can absorb the infrared light. So our normal camera can absorb the visible light. So the different detector can detect different vibrational field, because usually, like for example, in this room, or like you carries all kinds of vibrations. Some of vibration, you might can feel it. Some vibration field, like your skin can feel it. Some of your vibrations, your eyes can feel it, or some vibration of your ears, you can feel it. So our different senses is just trying to detect different vibrations. Then we have third eyes. We can detect some very fine vibrations which our other senses cannot receive. So in the quantum physics, the scientists, they use a detector. For our human beings, we have our 5 senses or 6 senses there are some of the detectors. But our skin also a detector, And so the physicists, they use a detector to detect the vibrations. And they find out, what kind of detector you use, right? If I use a detector to only detect the visible light, then I can only detect the visible light. If my detector can only absorb the infrared light, then my detector can only detect infrared light. So what kind of a detector you use? And also they find, like for example, in this room, if I put a detector in this table, and I will find, okay, there's light here. But if I put a detector here, I find the light on this table, I find the detector, I find the lights in this place, And then if I put the detector C, I find there's light here. But if I put the detector in all 3 places, and I find the scientists find, okay, there's light in all 3 places. So if I find a screen here, and you find the light in the whole screen. So the quantum phenomena you observe is actually determined by what kind of detector you use, what kind of setup you set up. So normally we think, natural phenomena, nature is, have some phenomena. We as a person, we just go there to discover it, right? We often live a life like that, and we think our life is, people are a certain way. We just go out to find out who people are, what is the job situation, and so that we can fit into that. But the quantum physics said, no, actually this life movie you are playing in is actually determined by what kind of detector you are using. Yeah? Do you have a question on this? Because this is a very important, very, very important point. Mm-hmm. Yes. Because this is holds the key about how our life come about.
So, if I understand correctly,
Yes.
if a phenomenon is not being observed, then it could be said that it's not really happening.
Yeah, what happens, you see, there's all kind of vibrations. So there's all kind of possibilities existing. But if you don't observe them, they are just a potential. They exist, it's just a potential. But so they do exist, but they are not being manifested.
You create other kind of artifacts, you can detect other kind of phenomena or other kind that we cannot detect with ABC artifacts. Is that
You
what
want to
you're
give me?
trying to say? Oh, yeah. What I'm saying is, okay, you explain about ABC artifacts, that is, they are getting some phenomena
Yes.
around. Well, but all the possibilities are still there that you can detect with other kind of artifact that we don't have
Yes.
at that time, right?
Yeah, yeah.
That's why the possibilities are infinitely.
Yeah,
right?
yes, yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
my
they
point.
exist. It's just, they exist. You know, they're definitely there, but to manifest that, you need to use a detector. So our physical body is, you know, a detector. You know, our thoughts a detector. We absorb certain vibrations. Then we manifest our life. So this is what quantum physics is teaching us. It's like there is no, you know, the world is made of many, many possibilities. Our life is not a set, one set or few possibilities. It's actually amazing possibilities. There's, you know, infinite possibilities. And we can choose what kind of life, what kind of reality we're living. We manifest our lives. Yes, Master Marilyn?
So we are one single detector, right? One person is one detector. What does quantum physics teach us about expanding the ability of that detector to detect from multiple places all at one time?
That's a very good question. Yes, that's actually yeah. So we're not just one detector. You can say we're one detector. You know, the detector. As later we will see, it's our heart receiver. And so you want to detect more. You need to expand your heart. But we're not just one detector, because we have this huge vibrational field. And each field, they, you know, have certain ways to detect things. You know, our whole body has many, many ways to detect things. Every cell, every DNA, RNA, even atoms, molecules within us, they can detect things. So it's about how to bring, you know, how to become more aware, actually, receive more. Become more connected to our receivers, because we have actually a lot of receivers, and our field is not just limited in this body, and it's also extended over, and we can receive. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yes, Master.
So going back to detectors detecting a phenomenon.
Yes.
So if there's a wave of blue light that's emanating,
Yes.
then I would think that any detector that detects blue light would see it.
Yes.
Any detector that doesn't detect blue light
Right.
would not see it.
Yes.
But that doesn't change the existence of the wave of blue light. So I'm having trouble understanding what you're saying, how it depends what kind of detector, because the phenomenon doesn't change.
Yes. No. But what you're going to feel, you're going to change. What you're going to experience. So your reality. So after you absorbed this blue light, the blue light does not change. Or actually after it is being absorbed. But then what you're going to experience is going to change. If you set up, your detector to detect the blue light, and then you will see the blue light. If you set your detector to detect the red light, you will see the red light. So what your experience changes. The world itself may or may not. It will change also.
So you're saying for us as human beings, depending on how we open ourselves to receive things,
Yes.
will change
what we're experiencing.
what we experience.
Yes.
Got it. Thank you.
Yeah. So what we are experiencing, like in the experiment, what the experimental results, right? It depends on the experimental results. It depends on what kind of detector I'm using and where I put the detectors, right? And so our experience of our life, it depends on what kind of detector we use and where we put our detectors are.
So if I'm experiencing with a very closed mind,
Yes.
I will have a very limited experience.
Right.
But
right.
if I'm experiencing with an open mind, with open spiritual channels,
Yeah.
I'll have a much vaster experience.
Exactly.
Got it.
Yeah. Yeah. So to me, like this detector has both the heart. Heart is the receiver. So you have to receive, and also has we'll talk about this a little bit later because we haven't get to the heart and mind yet. So so this is what quantum physics has discovered, and there's a lot of debate in physics about why this works. But with the soul mind body science, it's very easy to understand this. Has a very beautiful way to understand this. So in the quantum physics, in the soul mind body science, basically said, okay, this is quantum phenomena, and so we said, so everything in everyone is a vibrational field, right? Another quantum phenomena I want to share with you is the quantum entanglement. And so this is also very controversial phenomena. When the physicists first find this phenomena, they don't believe it. They think this is just some coincidence or something is wrong. But now with more and more, after 100 years, they find more and more evidence and realize this is one of the fundamental phenomena for all the waves. So what happens is, so what is quantum entanglement? So suppose I have two waves are created from one source, A and a B. And if these two waves is created from the one source, and they are connected, and it's also called entangled, or connected or correlated. That's all the words sometimes they describe the quantum entanglement, quantum correlation, quantum connection. Yeah. So they find that this two wave, if they are quantum entangled, then if I observe, because this wave in quantum physics, this wave could have many possible states. Can be in many possible. But if I put a detector here, and my detector detect this wave to be happy, then the state of the B will automatically go back to the happy state. If I put a detector here and detect it as being like sad, for example, and then the state of the B also become automatically sad. So if for quantum entangled, if the two waves, they're quantum entangled, then whatever you do to one, the other one can be instantly affected, no matter how far away they are. They could be at the other side of the universe. And they completely transcend space and time. Yes.
Does this also explain the 100 monkey theory?
Give them.
Does this also explaining the theory of the 100 monkey, that there was one island with a monkey and then...
Yes. So, for example, if we learn something, so everything is a vibrational field, right? So if 100 monkey learned something, so they create this knowledge vibrational field, then other monkeys can access that vibrational field, and then they will learn, then they will behave similarly. So they don't have to learn even, because the knowledge will come to them through the vibrational field. Yes.
So what is the nature of what we would call, in your question, the 100th monkey phenomena, which we talk about as critical mass?
Right.
What is the nature of the shift in consciousness from separateness to wholeness, or from I don't know to now I know, or that something isn't and now it appears even evolutionarily, it becomes something different than it was before. We call that, you know, shifting consciousness or critical mass. What's the nature of that in the way you're describing this, if you don't mind?
Yeah, that's a very good question. So basically, so right now we have certain vibrational field. This vibrational field has so much negative information, for example, right? We all separate, we all like so depressed, right? There's all of those kind of information, negative information. But then suppose, we have some people we gather together, we really trying to build that positive information. So that vibration starting to grow, right? And then, some of us starting to receive the positive information. But if we can really build that vibrational field strong enough, suddenly more people will hear this positive information. And at a certain point, the positive information become more dominant. That's what you hear. The negative information, you don't hear as much anymore. Does that make sense? Or did I answer your question?
Well, yes, as a general concept. But when we're talking scientifically, we're speaking about a detector of a vibrational field,
right?
And we're talking about the question would be: is that vibrational field real, or is it arbitrary based upon my detector? And perhaps you already talked about that. I don't know, but do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Does something exist, and actually, if there's no one there to observe it and the tree falls in the forest, did it really happen or not? That's old scientific, philosophical inquiry.
Yeah.
So similarly, when we're talking about the 100th monkey theory, that whole principle was monkeys don't wash their own food. And yet in this one island, ostensibly a monkey or a series of monkeys learn to do this. And at one point, something occurs. And I'm interested in how you would describe that phenomena. We talk about it in the New Age, in consciousness movement, we'd say no idea is as strong as an idea whose time has come, which is to say there's a time in which a quantum leap in consciousness can occur and change now is. And certainly when we're talking about changing the vibrational field with regard to love, peace, and harmony, we're looking at trying to create, shift the collective, the quantum field. what are we talking about in the way in which you're defining it? You say, well, and then at some point, well, what is that? What is the nature of that some point?
Yes. So basically, so one is we have, to manifest something, first you have to have that vibrational field exist, right? So that's one thing. So you have to create that vibrational field.
Where something that occurs as possible that previously didn't seem possible. Is that what you're saying?
I'm saying the vibration, like love, peace, harmony, soul song. You have to create that, right? You have to input the positive information into this kind of, love, peace, harmony vibration into our Mother Earth. If you don't have this vibration, then no matter how much you desire, it might not happen, right? You can just stay at home, how much I want, love, peace, harmony in the world. No matter how hard you pray, it might not happen. If you don't have this vibrational, because what the manifestation is, first you have to have this vibration, and then you receive it, and then you manifest it. That makes sense to you? So first you have to have this vibration, and then you have a detector like our body, everything we're receiving, and we're hearing, we're seeing, and then you have some receiver, and each one of us a receiver, and then we can manifest this reality. So, but then if you don't have this vibrational love, peace, harmony vibrational field is being built, then no matter how much you pray, it might not happen.
Is there like a number that can be calculated?
Yeah, that's what you're asking.
Say it again.
Is there a number that can be calculated?
Yes. Is there a formula in which an
Yeah.
actual quantum leap occurs?
Right. That's a very good question. Maybe I should do some math tonight. How many monkeys do we need?
Yeah, I mean, in the game we're playing, we're calling it 1.5 billion. That somehow there's a relationship between 1.5 billion and 7 point whatever it is that currently exists. That's an arbitrary, we can call it heaven sent,
Of heaven's
vision,
message.
of intention. But we really don't have a formula for that. It's a basic hypothesis until we have 1.5 and see if it really makes a difference. Or maybe things happen simultaneously, so there's no way to measure or determine that.
But I just want to say one thing. What I gather from this is that moment of impulse. Like Master Sha talks about the Hundon, and then he talks about how in the moment of creation, the light chi rises and the heavy chi falls. So I feel like when, for example, with Love, Peace, and Harmony, when Master Su Chin, right, got the impulse, we don't know how she got the impulse, but when she spoke and said, "Dear Master Sha, can you give us a song from the divine?" I don't know how that impulse came to her, but what she did in that moment was her lens focused on one possibility that was one of infinite possibilities that was pulled out of the quantum field.
Yes.
And just like all of us, when we get an idea, however it comes, all of a sudden, we are creators, and we create from this infinite field.
Right.
And only then can we experience or witness it.
Right.
Before that moment, it was not possible because, like Master Rulin said, nobody had put that impulse in there.
Yeah.
And God said, "Let there be light." That's the moment of creation. What the Bible is telling us is that moment is the moment where that possibility was born.
Yes.
As a soul,
Exactly.
or as information, or as a frequency.
Exactly. So Master Su Ching, she received that message, and then Master Sha, and so she told Master Sha, and then Master Sha responded that message, and then she received the love, peace, harmony. So we have to receive. If we don't receive, we cannot manifest. In this world is infinite possibilities, and all the vibrations. Actually, when we teach Tao, Tao is emptiness. Actually, when quantum physics is going to teach you, in this Tao, the emptiness actually has infinite vibrations. All kind of vibrations can pop up and then disappear in this emptiness. It's called a vacuum vibration, a fluctuation. So the vacuum fluctuations in this emptiness, there's infinite possibilities, but we have to receive. So our heart has to be able to receive, we can manifest. If we don't receive, we cannot manifest. So that's actually what we really teach in this, this weekend workshop. The heart plays such a huge role in the manifestation. If our heart cannot receive, we cannot manifest. Even like Master Sha give you a golden mountain, if you don't feel it, and if you don't open your heart, really live it, every moment we feel it and live that reality, then you cannot manifest it. So that's actually, one of the things I notice, very painful for me to see a lot of people, and they actually, they have received so much, but then they don't really live it every moment. They don't know how to use their heart power to manifest. So that's, I feel like, so mind body science system can really help you become a very powerful manifester, which is crucial for this mission. We're all so powerful, have so much treasures. But if we cannot know how to manifest this treasure and bring love, peace, harmony to the world, we really wasted a divine treasure. Master Mary.
This is kind of back, and I think this is...
Yeah, no problem. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, sorry. With this, I'm back at the quantum entanglement part,
Yes.
because it feels incomplete.
Mm-hmm.
When you said when A is connected to B, so if A
Right.
is happy, B is happy.
Right.
What establishes that connection?
When they are produced at the same time. So that is just one of the quantum phenomena. And actually, later in the Tao science, we can really actually explain. Right now, actually quantum physicists, they still don't understand this phenomena. But we actually in Tao science, with Master Sha's formula, S plus E plus M equals 1, we actually be able to understand quantum phenomena, quantum entanglement, which is quite amazing. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I'll try to give my own personal interpretation of the quantum physics, and that is quantum entanglement is oneness, because the source of all life created everything.
Yeah.
And so when one of us is affected,
Yeah.
everyone and everything feels that.
Right, exactly.
In spiritual terms, that's oneness.
Yeah, exactly.
And for
Completely.
the way we manifest things is everything is possible. There are infinite possibilities.
Yes.
That is the source. The source is infinite possibilities. Yes. And to the extent that we are separated from the source,
Mm-hmm.
we experience a limited reality of that.
Right.
The more we are connected with source and
Yes.
aligned with source, the more we manifest infinite possibilities, and we can create anything
Yeah.
we want, any
Yes.
reality we want.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
That is my interpretation of
Yes.
of the science.
Yes. Very good. Yes. Mm-hmm. Yes. Bianca?
Yes, I know for myself that I sometimes can manifest things very easily.
Mm-hmm.
Because, for example, I like to have potato chips, and then suddenly somebody comes and offers me a bag of potato chips, and sometimes it's just not happening. And what I realize, with the tendency of these books with The Secret and the law of attraction and so on, and my sister is very well in manifesting in things.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was always like a little bit, how she's doing that. And I know when I'm in the Tao realm, things happen automatically, but also things happen in the way not from my ego.
Right.
And I want to ask you, is there a way maybe we can practice this weekend with the 4 or 5 powers of Master Sha, the techniques, including the heart and the soul, and not only on the mind level like the NLP is doing a lot, you know, you visualize your yellow Ferrari and then where it is, but you need to feel that, but it doesn't manifest, right? But it's also a part of your divine plan.
Yes.
So I want to learn more how to really get in alignment. Maybe the potato chips were not very healthy for me, but they were manifested. So why is that happening?
Yes, that's a very, very good point. That's exactly what we're going to teach in this weekend. You know, what is our highest powers? How we're going to utilize it, and also how to find our highest purpose and the potential and the meaning of our life. And then live that every moment. You know, not only be a powerful manifester and also live our highest purpose. And what is our highest purpose? So there's spiritual way and then there's scientific way, and they're really actually a one. And so now you can really understand, you know, what's the higher purpose in a scientific way. That gives you another insight, so you can really, in a way, you know, understand it at a deep level. Mm-hmm.
I just want to mention that if we are quantumly entangled with negativity around an issue, this is our karma.
Yes.
And it will entangle us with all those aspects of, let's say I feel like I don't deserve money, or I feel I'm poor. I'm going to connect with all those possibilities that exist around that entanglement.
Right.
And I will create that reality.
Right.
And that's where the karma vibrations and frequencies, when they're eliminated, free us from those entanglements and help us to focus on the entanglements that we really want to create in our life.
Right,
Yeah.
right. Yeah, exactly. That's also what we're going to talk about, the karma law, and how to understand the law of karma at a deep, at the scientific level. And then you will really know how to remove the karma, and to know actually the karma, you made those karma actually to uplift your life. So even the negative karma, because you made those karma to learn lesson. So to really remove those karma is actually, you really need to learn that lesson. And then the lesson become your resources. It will empower you to serve in a very powerful way. And then you can really go back when you really use the lesson you have learned, the resources you have accumulated with your negative karma or good karma, and to serve. And then your life can go back to the source, go back to the divine so much faster. So the key actually with karma is to find, this is so we'll talk about that, in this whole weekend. The law of karma is very, very important part of this workshop this weekend. Yeah. Yes. Candy?
So when there is a karma or blockages or challenges,
yes,
we know there is something happen, but we may not know what's the lesson.
Yes.
So can something help?
Yes. Actually, that will help you to find that lesson. Actually, and we have a method for you to find those lessons, and because that is the key. A lot of people. So we, our students, we clear the karma, but if you don't learn the karmic lesson, and then you still have not cleared it. Certain disaster may be prevented, but you don't learn the lesson, then you still not completely cleared of that, because we conduct the karma out of free will. We have to learn a lesson and then out of free will to release that karma. If you don't even know what karmic lesson you have made, you have not learned it, and out of free will you're willing to release it, it cannot be completely released out of your system. Because that's the purpose of karma. If it's not fulfilled its highest purpose, it cannot be completely released. Your life might be saved, but you can still suffer from your consequence, your karma. So that's the one thing is very important. So that's why I feel like this affects so many people. And a lot of us, even they receive such higher treasures, but if you don't really feel the treasure and really live that treasure, then actually your soul, then you cannot manifest that treasure. You cannot use that treasure to manifest, your higher self. Yeah. Okay. Sorry.
So for the karma cleansing, so maybe divine allow us to have the karma cleansing is to save life.
Yes.
And if it is not life-threatening and we got the karma cleansing, that's why they still keep a percentage, or we lost some opportunity to learn the lesson.
So what happened is actually Master Sha's karma cleansing is really life-saving and it really saves your spiritual journey in every aspect of your life. But what happens, we also have to do our part. And without those karma cleansing, then you would not be able to even realize you made a mistake. But with those karma cleansing, you'll be able suddenly start to think, oh, I made that mistake. Because the karmic bond is so heavy. So heavy, you cannot even see you're wrong. If you live in the darkness, you don't even know what is light. But when Master Sha have removed those darkness, then you actually can see the light. But then if you really know your karmic lesson and also use those lessons to serve, then that is going to uplift you to the level beyond your comprehension. That will uplift you to the divine. So that's the thing. The thing is now we release the karma so we can see the light, but if we don't do our part to learn the lesson and use that lesson to serve, then that's why many of us still have challenge because we have not do our part. So that's the part I really want actually everybody gets this. And in this workshop, we're really going to do practice to do this. Mm-hmm.
So the best way to clear karma is to serve, like chanting for other people, rather than focus on ourselves.
Yes, yes.
Because we are in the quantum entanglement. So maybe in the future we can just do practices and offer services to others and forget about ourselves.
Yes, because what happens in reality, we're all quantum entanglement. In reality, we're all one. That is the highest truth. We're all one. But our own ego separates us. My ego said, oh, I am important. I want to do something good for me, make me feel good. And so when we do that, that's caused karma. Because the karma is basically we separate ourselves from the oneness, separate ourselves from the divine. That's basically the karma. So when we go back to the oneness, then the karma will be released. So that is, the oneness is like, we're all one. You are my arm and legs. We're just one. We're truly not only brothers and sisters, you are my blood and bones. And so when we really treat each other like that, then our karma can be cleared. We still think, other people was in pain, we say, oh, that's her problem, right? And then we still have karma, because karma is, the separation is the karma. And separation caused the karma. So really completely release the karma is we become one.
Mm-hmm. There's something so fundamentally beautiful about all of this. In some contexts, people think karma means you did something wrong and you're going to get punished. It's a antagonistic universe, distinct from a loving, compassionate universe.
Yes, yes.
Which I'm just getting at this particular the way I language is life is a schoolhouse rather than the jailhouse, you know. And when we integrate our lesson,
Yes.
we don't often have to experience the karma because the very nature of the feedback in the physical universe is for us to wake up.
Right.
So I was just kind of dancing with this the whole notion of Shen as soul, yes, heart, but also consciousness. So that part of the nature of karma cleansing in the way in which you're talking about it, for real cleansing, is that there's consciousness with it. That you've learned and integrated the lesson so that not only have you had a shift in consciousness, but you have an increased ability to live from that new place.
Exactly. That you can serve better. You actually, through your lesson you have learned, you actually uplift everybody. You know, so the karma itself is not bad. It's only if we don't learn the lesson, it's become bad. You know what I mean? If you do, karma is we create the karma is to learn the lesson. If you don't learn the lesson, then it's a bad thing. Then your soul is keep giving you more and more challenge so that you can learn the lesson. But as soon as you learn the lesson, it's actually become a resource for all humanity.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah, it's actually, before you arrived, I was talking about, Divine have showed me this whole universe. Everything in our life is His love. Even there's a challenge, difficulties, our karma is actually His highest love for us. It's really opportunity for us. For Him, it is for us to get uplifted, to be closer and become divine. So everything is love. Like Master Marilyn teaches us, be grateful for everything. Yes.
So, that idea that if we just change our consciousness and learn the lesson, then the lessons will stop happening.
Yes.
Was something that I approached with Master Sha early on, because I came from a background of New Thought movement, which teaches that very explicitly.
Right.
And as I understood Master Sha's answer, he said there's another piece to it. Because not only do you need to learn the lesson and transform your consciousness, but you've also made a mess out there in the world.
Right.
And you have to clean that up too.
Exactly.
So that's why he teaches forgiveness practice.
Right.
That's why he teaches service.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Thank you.
Yeah. So you have to use that lesson to serve. Yeah.
And the forgiveness, you have to, as I understood what he was teaching, you have to make peace with the other souls that you've caused problems for.
Yes. Yeah.
And that's why he teaches forgiveness practice.
Yes.
So I think I've actually heard him say, right now the highest way to clear karma, bad karma, is turning on your jindan, so you have the frequency,
right,
while doing forgiveness practice.
Right. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, we have to clear up the mess also. Yeah, and for sure. Yes.
So being responsible for all your unconsciousness and all your lineage and all that.
And pay back your debts. You have to pay back debts too. You had to pay back your karmic debts. Master Sha can pay back some for you, but then you have to step into your divine self. The part of the karma is we are behaving selfish. So, or become, and then so completely clear karma means that we completely become one. We're serving each other like we're serving ourselves. We're loving ourselves as the highest divine, and we love each other as the highest divine. So that means your karma is clear in that aspect. So we'll teach that as well, and we'll teach what does it really mean? What is really negative karma? I'm actually going to give you mathematical definition. What is negative karma? What is positive karma? Seriously, I'm very happy I got that. Because every time Master Sha talk about, he's giving a spiritual definition, I was like always thinking, how I can define it mathematically? What is negative karma? Yeah. So it will not be subjective, because some people, they think, oh, this is a good karma. The other people say, oh, this is negative karma. So I'm going to give you a, like mathematical, objective way to define it. Mm-hmm. It's very cool. Yes.
Oh, I just, when he asked something just clicked, and maybe I just want to confirm it.
Yes.
When you said forgiving out there, the souls, so is that kind of another way then of saying, yeah, what we've done out there, is that basically then the subconscious, since we are all one? So when they say clearing subconscious, clearing our subconscious beliefs, is that really another way of saying forgiving or forgive? I mean,
it's part of it. Yeah, it's a big part of clearing the subconscious.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
is that
that's
okay?
Part of it too, yes.
That just gives me a new awareness of it, so thank you for that. Yeah.
Yeah, so yes.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, anything going on your subconscious is actually part of karma.
Okay.
Why you think of these thoughts, it's of part of karma. That's why you think of that thoughts. We'll explain that whole process as well in the workshop.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, so we keep going. So so about the critical mass, I think in the critical mass, it feels like the critical mass is 1 to 5. That means every one person one out of 5 people in the world sing the Love, Peace, Harmony Soul Song. Then, actually, I should write this down. Sing Love, Peace, Harmony Soul Song. Then the whole world can reach the critical mass. Then that love, peace, harmony can remove the natural disasters, can establish love, peace, harmony on others and for humanity.
Is that number from Divine Revelation, or is that number mathematically formulated?
Divine Revelation.
I wanted to see the formula that got to wonder.
I'll think about it tonight. Yes.
How long do we need to sing? Because the closer the time, the more effort we need to take.
Right.
Like for singing the Love, Peace, and Harmony, if we start singing it 10 years ago, we may need only 1 minute a day. But the closer to the disaster, to the transition, how much longer we need to sing? One person sing for 5.
Yeah, that's a good point.
This is Divine Revelation.
Okay. Not my calculation.
Right. I wouldn't even attempt to put my toe in quantum physics calculation. But what we had, and that's a really good point, 1.5 billion people singing 15 minutes every day. It doesn't have to be continuous, but 15 minutes every day. By the end of 2015, we have missed the mark. So my sense is that number probably needs to be much higher, not 1.5 billion. 15 minutes a day is probably still very good because what I do know is, and I'm not sure how accurate this is, but in Qigong, if you do a practice for 15 minutes or 20 minutes, it's even better. The vibration changes.
Right.
But since we've missed the mark by quite a bit, I would say we probably need quite a few more people than 1.5 billion.
Yeah, that's a good point. How about we sing La Peace Harmony So Song right now? Okay.
And even in addition to that, if each one of us makes a commitment
Yes.
to have one new person every day, that would grow geometrically.
Yeah. Maybe we can try to build that momentum. We can grow exponentially.